You better hold to his hand. Mm. God's unchanging. You better be your hopes on things eternal. You better hold to God's unchanging. You better be your hopes on things eternal. Mm. Sadie, good morning. What are you doing up again? I just took my shower. Guess who's back? Back. Again, Sadie. Your number one fan, really? My day is just starting. So far, so good. I am putting on my cream, skin softener cream. I am here. I was setting up my pole. My pole. Now, what are you doing? Hi, Maggie. What are you doing up, Sadie? You're supposed to be sleeping in Alaska. You're supposed to be sleeping, Miss Sadie. Are you up playing games or something? You're not relaxing because you're playing with your phone or your tablet or whatever you're playing with. You're not relaxing. No, you're not. You should be sleeping. You took a nap earlier. Maggie, are you in Alaska too? Okay, so I'm not tired. Okay. I'm not tired. Somebody has a private channel because I only see the number one in the count. That means must be you, Maggie. Or is it you, Sadie, that has your subscriptions private, which leads to you having a private account? I'm living it up in the big 907. Is that your area code? I guess it was you. You have a You have a that means that you don't let people see your subscriptions, the channels that you subscribe to. And I think Maggie left since you're still commenting, so it's you. It doesn't matter. I've been just trying to understand some of the things about YouTube. Some people are not counted in the count because I think they have a private subscriptions. They don't show their subscriptions to everybody. Anyway, doesn't really matter. I was just curious. It's a little thing that I work on in my own mind, since it's just you and me that I can see at the moment. And then the people that don't actually click on the video, they just swipe by. You can't really see them all the time. You do have a channel. That's how you're talking to me. You talking to me? My name is Veda. Did we talk about this the other day? Veda. Yeah, I know what you mean. You don't post anything. Correct. We confirmed that when I went tonight. I always call it a naked profile. Mr. Billy Miller Deli from South Africa. You came back. Deli, the motivational minister, the one who wrote the book I was reading, is in the comments. That's Mr. Billy Miller, the one I told you that you can order your book from his website. The moderator that is in here. He is here. Thank you for liking. Yeah. How are you today? Now, Delhi, in your time, you're almost. Is it 9 or 10 o'clock in South Africa? I think it's 4 o'clock here. So that means it's, I think, 10 o'clock in South Africa. And then it's 4 o'clock. Not 4 o'clock. It's midnight in Alaska. A little after midnight. So Sadie, you should be sleeping. I'm the only one that's supposed to be up here. Oh, thank you, Sadie. Goodbye, my sister. But I know Mr. Billy Millie is also getting ready to go to work. He told me yesterday. And looking at the time, I think he's supposed to be probably at work. People that have to go to work super early. Super early. Good to see you again, Deli. Oh. Yeah, 10. Yeah, I was trying to remember. I think it was 6 hours ahead. And we are still back here. Back here behind the time. Oh, Mr. Billy Miller is still typing. Yeah, she was one of the people in the live that I was telling you about earlier. Or was that earlier or yesterday? Oh, yesterday. Yeah. And I told her that you do ship internationally. I believe I've heard you say that. Because she was asking me how could she get a book. And I just told her she had to go to your website and just order it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. We went to bed early. Very, very early. I don't remember taking a nap yesterday. Did I take a nap yesterday? I did. I took like an early nap. But somebody asked me to sing yesterday. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna sing, but I've been trying to sort out myself and my brain. How are you doing this morning, Deli? You're having a good morning so far. I was watching your video where you were making that I forgot what you called it, but okra soup, okra stew. That's always something interesting for my eyes to see. I don't know. I like okra, but I don't think I like okra like that when it's all like it looks like it's blended or ground up. Yeah, it gives it a whole different vibe. Aw. Well, I think people always have lessons to share, but I'm not exactly sharing a lesson this morning. Yay, my blood pressure is good today. Yeah. Ebooks, no. I've got to get an ebook, and I'm not looking forward to that ebook. I guess sometimes ebooks can be great, and then sometimes they can be not great. Yeah. So I'll see how it goes. My blood pressure is good this morning, 123 over 81. We'll take it. Happy August. May every day of August bring you renewed health, a positive outlook, and everlasting joy. And may each week be filled with unending happiness and an abundance of blessings and love. Happy August. Both of my sisters are August babies. August babies. Somebody told me their birthday. Oh, I know. Just Jazzy. Her birthday is today. She told me yesterday. Well, happy birthday, Just Jazzy, in your absence. In your absence, in your absence. Good morning to you. And how do you do? Kindly hit the like button. Thank you. Tap the screen. Tap the screen. All right, I'm not going to say it anymore. What's your favorite worship song, Billy? I'm thinking about singing today. I don't know. But I'm thinking that I might not, because people shouldn't ask you at the last minute to sing a song or to sing. People should not ask you at the last minute to sing anything. Nevertheless, I can still ship the physical books, but it's more expensive and takes a month to get there. Yeah. That's the woes of international shipping, right? That's the woes of international shipping. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Why is my beater? My beater. This is my beater. Why is it in here? It's not supposed to be in here. All right. Gotta moisturize this fro. That's one thing about this. Natural. Natural. This is water. But it may look fancy, but it's just water. My gray hair is hanging out on the front of my head. Front of my hairline. I wish it would just fill in, but it won't fill in. Most of my family on my mom's side, we don't really have a lot of gray hair. On my dad's side, my grandmother, all of her hair was like white. I wish my hair would just turn white, personally. I never have a rainy day, no matter what the people say. A wonderful change has come over me. Why am I up so early? My angels woke me up. It takes a lot of angels to take care of me. I went to bed early and I also took a nap, and I'm not working. I haven't worked for 3 weeks, so I'm really not tired. And I need to prep something for lunch today. And sometimes it takes me a long time. I should have done it yesterday, but I didn't want to. It was so hot. And it's not something complicated. I just need to prep some things. And yeah, it takes me a long time to get ready. That's why I'm up, I guess. And I got up to take my shower before I start doing that. And then I'm going to get on virtual Sabbath school, which is what you probably call Sunday school, but we call it Sabbath school. I'm going to do virtual study. Then I'm going to go to church at 11 o'clock. I'm not going to study. Last week I decided to go study with some people at my church, and I didn't like what they were doing. So I'm going to stick with my virtual study group that I've been studying with. I like the way they do the lesson. Some people are not able to deliver the lesson well. That happens with everything, right? Some people are talented in certain things. Some church bodies, the way they present their virtual lessons is better than others. So I think I better stay where I feel like I'm learning something and growing. Sometimes people in the body can be distracting. And I don't want to be distracted. I got enough going on. I'm going to go to my mommy's church today, though. I don't feel like driving to my church. I don't want to. My mom's church is like a mile and a half from here. As opposed to me driving 30 minutes. No, I don't want to do 30 minutes. And it's supposed to be raining. So that's another factor as well. My God is awesome. He can move mountains. But you know I'm up all the time, don't you think? I think you know that. I may not be on my live, but I'm usually up. I just don't come out here to talk to you guys. keeps me in the valley, hide me from the rain. My God is awesome. Heals me when I'm broken. Strength where I've been weakened. Forever you win. My God is awesome. 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 My God is awesome. No. And I gotta get this fro right. That's another reason. I gotta put my plastic cap on and let my hair steam, as some people say. Let my hair steam. Let this moisture set in. I have very thick hair and I cut it, so it's like really just a bunch of thickness going on. And maybe I shouldn't cover it up, because that's just gonna make it do whatever. I might just leave it uncovered unless I lay down. But I don't want it to like get dry. Oh, no problem, Della. And I cannot see without my glasses. So if you ever see me with my glasses off, that means I'm not ignoring you. I just can't see. Well, Sadie, you're back again. Morning routine. I understand that very well. I need to make some tea. I ended up not waking up. I was feeling hungry after I had my protein shake, and then I ended up getting dry cereal, frosted shredded wheats, and soda. That was late last night because I wasn't sleeping, probably about 10 o'clock. So now my stomach feels like, whoa, why did you do that to me? But anyway, I'm going to drink some tea. Tea makes everything better. Some things better. He makes all things new, and I will follow you forward. You make all things new, and I will follow you forward. I didn't realize I cut my hair so short in the front, but I guess it needed it. All right, we have hydrated. You make all. Oh no, I sprayed the door. Oh, yeah. I sprayed the door. This is a peaceful channel in a peaceful place. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? Today. Sadie, go to bed, Sadie. Good morning, JG. Good morning, Spooky. Spooky. Are you already at work, Mr. JG? Eating pizza? Really? Is that the bachelor's breakfast for a Saturday morning? Or did you get married and I don't know about it? Yeah, I know. That was funny, right? Sometimes people do that. They get married. Your marriage is really for you. It's not for the people. So why do you have to tell the people, right? When you think about it. Did you ever get your YouTube on your phone? Because when I see green, I know that's you told me that was your tablet. But then you must have because you were walking around. You must have. Nope. Okay. I don't know why you got so many troubles with your thing. Bandar. Okay, how are you? Bandar. So what do? You don't get on YouTube when you're out in the public world? You're at the bank working? What country are you in? India? You don't know? But the thing is, I don't know. I think that goes back to the fact that you said you lost all your passwords and you didn't know where your passwords were. So that would be a problem when you get a new phone. I just got a new phone and it's like a nightmare. It's like every time I keep trying to do different things, I got to keep on signing into everything still. Even the other day when I was trying to do something, I hadn't signed into one app. Then I had to go find my password again. So if you don't have your password and you get a new phone, it's a nightmare. You have to reset it, but then if you reset it to an email address that you can't get to, then that's a problem, right? Saudi Arabia. Mr. Bandar, huh? To all friends, excuse me, Mr. Bandar. Mr. Bandar. You make all things new and I will follow you forward. Mr. Bandar. I'm getting ready. Well, my name is Vida. That's it. No more. Cause you make all things new, and I will follow you forward. You make all things new. Trying to put a little bling bling to the fro. Put a little bling bling to the fro. All right, we did it. I was going to do something else, but I'm not even going to hurt myself like that this morning. We're going to keep it simple and keep it moving. Keep it moving. I got to bring my picks back out. I got to bring out the picks. If you know, you know. You got to have it for the pro. You know, you know. You got to have it for the pro. If you know, you know. You got to have it for the pro. If you know, you know. You got to have it for the pro. Tell me why my gray hairs only hang out in the front of my hairline. Tell them to get a life and get all over the head. It's time in the PM. Okay. It's like 5 a.m. here. Bandar. We're family here. My hair sounds crunchy because it doesn't have enough moisture. The hair is actually not that short. It's just called the shrinkage. The shrinkage is real. You hear that sound? It's called don't try to comb it because it's too thick and too thick. Yeah. Gotta get that fro. Gotta get that fro. Gotta get that fro. To one, I am auntie. To one, I am grandma. Really? I need Indian hair oil. Are you going to buy me some on my Amazon link that's on my community tab? Thank you. If I need it, then must be you're going to buy it for me. I have an open link on my Amazon. It's open for you to go and buy exactly what you say that I need. Thank you so much, Mr. Bandar, who works at the bank in Saudi Arabia. Thank you for shopping on the Amazon link for Veda-Song Bird. Oh yeah, Indian oil. Why do you think I need Indian oil? Why do you think I need Indian oil? Why does it have to be Indian oil? You think it's gonna help my hair be stronger? Mocha, are you ready to go potty? All right, we need to go drink tea. Tea time. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. Is the number one hair oil in the world. Okay. Are you going to buy it for me? Since you say I need it, if I need it, are you buying it for me? Do they sell that in America? Maybe they do. But if it has to be authentic, I'm guessing it needs to come from your country directly, right? Sometimes when things come through different hands, they change the quality of it. And that's when we have a problem. I did put water on my hair for first one hood. You weren't watching from when I started, were you? But welcome. Water is the first and best moisturizer. How I buy it, you can go to my channel, and then there's a part that says community, which is the community tab where you can post good things, post a picture, post something to say hello to the community. And if you go there and you look carefully, there is an Amazon link that I put there for my birthday. But you can freely shop because the link is open, which means that you can select anything that is good, not anything that's bad. But I don't know if Amazon has that. I don't know. Amazon has a lot of stuff from all over the world, and my stomach is starting to hurt. One Hood, where you from? One Hood. That's no problem, One Hood. If you buy it, he going to want to see you use it. That's funny. That's funny. All right, I gotta drink some tea. My tummy is hurting. So let's go to the kitchen. That's where we've got to go. Lights out. Something fell. I was in the bathroom and I heard something fall, which is very weird. I don't know why something was falling. And I gotta prep some things. And I need gloves. Oh. And I will follow you forward. I am from the USA. Where are you from? One Hood. All right, gotta chop up some veggies. Some veggies. Florida, USA. Massississippi. Massississippi. Thank you. I hope I said your name close to being correct. Massissippi. I don't know what that means. 5-8 date. I don't know what that means. First of all, you can't do it from here unless you have two phones or a phone and a computer, phone and a tablet or something. You have to leave the live. unless you have a super phone. See, this is what I'm talking about. You see here? This is where this is any, like if you go to any YouTuber's channel, there is where it says community right here. You see where it says community right here? And you tap community, and when community opens, you see right here where you can create a post. You can create a post. And yeah. And then you see where it says with all these beautiful hearts. And you see where it says read more. And then my link is here. Are you going to donate to the channel, to the donate? You're donating? Really? Let's see. All right. I have to cut veggies. Seriously. We have to do this. Because by the time it's sunrise, I have to be ready to go for my walk. Are you exercising? What do you do for exercise? Are you exercising? We have to exercise over here. We have to. Mr. Bandar from Saudi Arabia. 9 million US dollars. That is not nice to say if you know that's not true. It's not true. Not true. You can't even donate that amount on YouTube, first of all. So that part I know is not true. I think the max you can donate is $499.99, which is almost $500. All right, let's do this. Jesus is on the main line. Tell him what you want. Jesus is on the main line. Saudi Arabia is full of oil. A lot of places are full of oil. So what does that have to do with your pocket? Do you own a well? Oh, that's what you meant? You're trying to be funny now? This is a peaceful place. This is a peaceful place where I like to tell the truth here. So I like people to come in that tell the truth as well. Right now I'm beginning to think differently. JG, are you still in the building? Or you left to go to work? Because I know it's time for you to be at work. There is a quiet place. Deli, I'm trying to cook like you. Actually, I'm not really cooking right now. I'm just prepping some things for something that's going to be later. I'm yours, Lord, everything I am, everything I know, everything I've got. I'm yours, Lord. Try me now and see if I can be completely yours. Most of the time when I've met people on social media that say they're from South Africa, they're usually from Africa and they're pretending to be somebody, and it's very disturbing. But eventually they reveal themselves. They do every time. And it's hard to keep up a story that's not true sometimes, you know, when you're pretending to be something that you're not. That's what usually happens. This is the air I breathe. Oh, your holy presence living in me. And I'm desperate for you. Ooh, this is the air I breathe. Ooh, your holy presence live in me. And I'm desperate for you. You. Turning around for me. Turning around for me. 'Cause it won't always be like this. The Lord will perfect what's concerning me. Sooner or later, turn in my favor. It's turning around for me. Mm. Turning around for me. Around for me. Around for me. Around for me, yeah. It's turning around for me. What's up, Hornet 24? 'Cause it won't always be like this. Sooner or later, it will turn in my favor. Sooner or later, turn in my favor. I love you too with the love of God. With the love of God. It won't always be like this. The Lord will perfect what's concerning you. Sooner or later, turn in your favor. It's turning around. for me. Turn it around for me. It won't always be like this. Anyway you bless me, Lord, I'll be satisfied. Anyway you bless me, anyway you bless me, Lord. 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 Anyway you bless me, Lord, I'll be satisfied. I almost gave up. I was right at the edge of a breakthrough and couldn't see. Problems had me down. What's wrong with you today, Hornet? But God held me close, so I wouldn't let go. God's mercy kept me, so I wouldn't let go. So I'm here today because God kept me. I'm alive today. It's only because of His grace. God held me close, so I wouldn't let go. Alex, I'm good. How are you doing today? Someone is typing something potentially inappropriate. Would that be you, Hornet? Couldn't be if you were talking about God and Jesus. And I would hope that you would not switch up like that. And I don't have time to be touching the screen. I'm glad you're doing pretty good, Alex Shaw. Good to see you again. I don't know what you're confessing, but I'm not even going to see what that comment says. Somebody's typing something inappropriate, and it's going to stay hidden by YouTube. Yeah. This is a peaceful place, and as you can tell, the environment is very peaceful. I'm just cutting my veggies, so don't create problems here. My moderators are both gone to work. They went to work early this morning. At least two of them. The rest of them are probably sleeping. So I am my own moderator right now. Do you like cooking? Now the onions are going to make me cry. What is busking? Now, you know you got to tell me. You know I'm not from your side of the world. Did you tell me that word before? I don't think so. If you did, I don't remember. Busking. Busking. Sounds like a sport. Ah, you are a performer. You're a musician. You're a acrobatic. You're what? What do you do? What are you performing? Busking. Oh, Alex Shaw, the one who stands and plays the guitar. I remember now. Gotta be you, right? Yeah, I remember now. I had to remember who it is. The one from the UK. 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 Thank you for representing in the algorithm and the analytics. Yeah. Busking. Are you gonna be live? Or just gonna record it? But I go to church today, so I wouldn't be able to join your live. Ireland, my bad. Sorry. These onions are making me cry. Ooh. Busking. I think that's the same word for a gig. When someone says they have a gig. But in Ireland you say you have a busking. I think maybe that's the same word, right? Busking. Ireland. Ireland. Kinda? Okay. I'll take the kinda. Busking. Wash the onions off the cutting board. What language do you speak in Ireland? Well, I should say, what language do you speak? And can you go to Ireland by cruise? I think you can. Can you go there by cruise ship? I thought you spoke another language in Ireland. Thank you for telling me. I thought you spoke another language there. No? Yeah, I want to do that cruise. Maybe it'll be by the time I retire or before. It takes a long time to do that cruise. I think it's like 2 weeks to go that direction from here. When I was looking at some information, I think it takes like 2 weeks. It takes a while to get there. A while. I almost gave up. I was right at the edge of a breakthrough. Could not see. Problems had me bound. God held me close, so I wouldn't let go. God's mercy kept me, so I wouldn't let go. God's mercy kept me. And thank you for stopping by, Alex Shaw from Ireland. Oh, there's safety in the arms of God. Safety, the arms of God. All right, the burn of the onion is going away. The onion was burning my eyes. This little light of mine. Do you like cabbage? I'm cutting cabbage. Mocha, when you ready to go outside, make yourself known, little girl. days, better days, better days are coming. Better days, better days. It won't always be like this. The Lord will perfect what's concerning you. And sooner or later, it'll turn in your favor. Just turn it around for you. Turn it around for you. 'Cause it won't always be like. All right, all right. Jesus will make it all right. All right, all right, all right. Jesus will make it all right. All right, all right, all right, all right. Jesus will make it all right. All right, all right. All right, all right. All right, all right, all right. Jesus will make it all right. What is the water to rice ratio for jasmine rice? Do you know? Without me having to look it up. Do you know the water to rice ratio for jasmine rice? Do you know? Have you been to Jesus for the cleansing blood? Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb? Of the Lamb? Is your garment spotless? Hey, where's my peppermint tea? Peppermint tea, I found you. I sought the Lord, and he heard, and he answered. All right. Found my peppermint tea. Now, what else was I supposed to be doing before I get out of here? All right, all right. Jesus will make it all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Jesus will make it all right. If the world from you withholds all its silver and its gold, and you have to get along with me like that, me like that. Just remember in God's word how he feeds the little birds. Take your burdens to the Lord and leave it there. Leave it there. Ooh, leave it there. Leave it there. Take your burden to the Lord and leave it there. If you trust him and never doubt, he will surely bring you out. Take your burdens to the Lord and leave it there. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. If you trust him and never doubt, he will surely bring you out. Just take your burden to the Lord and leave it there. Maybe I'll go walking on the trail this morning. But I don't want to drive that far. I think I might just walk on the road. On the road. We go walk on the road. Pick a road. Pick a road and walk. Hallelujah. Glory to your name, God. I prayed already. Thank you. I prayed for you. I hope you pray for me. I need you to survive. Oh, it is his will that every need be supplied. You are important to me. I need you to survive. Oh, I pray for you. You pray for me. Good morning, Under Duress. I remember when that was a thing sometime and it was cruel by some people. But you come from that time period where I come from, right? Good morning to you, where we were having our friends on the short bus. True memories for sure. I don't know if they do that anymore. I think everybody rides on the long bus. I remember those days though. And some children could be very cruel. Some teenagers that grew up from children to teenagers could be very cruel. But I think by the time we got to high school, most of us understood that some children were just different, you know? Some children were just different. At least at my school, they weren't like making fun as they did when we were younger. What are you doing up so early in the morning? Oh, I am meal prepping for today. You wonder what I'm doing? That's what I'm doing. Meal prepping for today. Some glad morning when this life is over, I'll fly away to a home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. Oh, I'll fly away. Oh, glory. I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away. Oh, you're supposed to have rain all day today. What state are you in? I forgot. Did you tell me? We're supposed to have rain too. Right, yeah, I saw that for you guys. I figured it had to be that area. I used to go to Indiana from Michigan. I used to live in Niles, Michigan, South Bend, Indiana. I'll fly away. 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 I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah. By and by. Oh, I'll fly away. When peace like a river death my way. When sorrows like sea billows roll. Whatever my life. This tomato seems ripey. Thou hast taught me to say, it is well, it is well with my soul, it is well. With my soul. Hello, Duck May, deep down in my soul. That tomato is overripe. It has ripened and ripened again. It is well with my soul. And Lord, haste the day when my face shall be found. The clouds be rolled back as a scroll. The trump shall resound, and the Lord shall descend. Even so, it is well with my soul. It is well. It is well with. How about I'm supposed to be boiling up my water for my tea and the fire is not on? What good will that do me? Hey, what's going on with the gas stove this morning? Oh, what is going on with the gas stove this morning? You don't play with the gas stove, you can blow up. If you don't know what you're doing, eh? Gas is sneaky. You can't see it, but you can smell it. I don't know if you saw this story. There was this family, and something was going on with their gas, and the whole house went up in flames. From what I recall, they survived, but they were severely burned. I never did get to hear that story again. I don't know, maybe you heard that story too. I think the guy was the fiance was at work. He called either his wife or his fiance. I can't remember that part, but he heard her. He heard it over the phone. Can you imagine? He heard her screaming because it happened while they were on the phone. Man, oh man. I'm guessing she's healing. This wasn't that long ago. It was earlier this year. If I'm not mistaken, it was earlier this year. Alexander Spring, where's that? I was watching this thing on Instagram. There's some place in Jamaica too. It has this water that has the depth is beyond what they could even test. And I forget the name of it right now. You spent 4 hours snorkeling. Wow, that's cool. Oh, Ocala, Florida. Yeah, I keep saying I'm gonna start going to the springs, but I haven't been. I gotta keep that one in my mind. I wanted to go to Rainbow Springs. That's in Dunedin. Snorkeling, huh? That must be one of the larger springs. Okay, sir. It's not far from here. That's doable. Not far from me at all. I saw that in my list when I was looking up the springs in Florida. I remember Alexander Springs. I remember that one as one of the ones that's close to me. But I don't swim. What do I do? Just hold my breath and go under? I can float. I can do a little basic stuff, but I don't really swim. And dare I snorkel. Dare I snorkel. I've heard I can swim underwater like a mermaid though. I guess I just need to put on the snorkeling gear. I can swim under the water like a fish. It's just something about the swimming like the Olympians. I can't swim like the Olympians. I am prepping so when I go to church today, when I come home, I don't have to do hardly anything. And I know that I'm going to want salad, so I am putting it on the plate because I am not washing dishes. I don't want to make dishes, so I just made the salad plates, as you can see. As you can see. So when I get home, I just pull it out the refrigerator, and voila! Voila! Voici! All right, keep on typing me these paragraphs, sir. One thing that was really odd was that the day after my whole body felt drained and bruised. It must have been some kind of toxins being released from the body, but after that, my body felt awesome for months. Wow. So basically, you're saying I just need to be in the water. I don't really have to be snorkeling. I guess I could just like float around in the water. Is this one of the ones that has the manatees? I gotta look that up now that you're telling me. Is that the one of the ones with the manatees? You know the manatees are floating around here too. Oh, that's it? Oh, I thought it was one of the ones. You know, some of them have those very deep holes. Because, like, one of the ones at one of our church camps, it has a spot where the hole is deep to the point where no one knows how deep it is. Well, 4 feet I can do. I'm 5 feet 4. I can do that. Oh, okay. There are some of the springs. I want to say at Rainbow Springs, I think the manatees are there. But I know that at several of the springs, they're definitely there. They are there. They're in a lot of places, but you just have to pay attention. They're around. I know they're in the river where I go sometime. I've never actually physically seen them with my own eyes, but I know that they're there. I guess they stay in the areas where they feel safe, I hope. Because sometimes there's a lot of boats, and that's what they always say when the boats bruise their backs or cut their backs or whatever. And so people need to follow the rules to keep them safe, whatever those driving rules to keep the manatees safe. All right, I think we did it. We did it. That's enough of that for now. Now I'm waiting for the sun to come up so I can go for my walk. 30-foot deep area where the spring is. Oh yeah, right, exactly. I think most of them have that spot. There's this one place that my church used to own this property, and there was a very small spring, which was very interesting. One of the ones where, like, if you fall in, you better know what you're doing because it was just the actual deep hole. The property just had this deep hole. I would say to me, it looked like it was maybe 12 feet across, however you want to call that. Yeah. And it was just that pretty blue. And like you said, if you fall in, yeah, you better know what you're doing. But our church doesn't own that property anymore. Falling in love with Jesus. Said I'm falling. Excuse me. Falling in love with Jesus. It's the best thing I've ever done. In his arms, I feel protected. In his arms. What are you doing, you wonderful people in the background? Besides watching me make noise in the kitchen. Have you been exercising? Have you been eating well and taking care of yourself? I hope so. Have you been putting on sunscreen? I've been failing in that department. That was very weird. I heard something and it's not my phone. So I'm thinking to myself, why am I hearing a phone ringing? That's very spooky. I thought it was my other phone with an alarm going on it. That's very weird. For those who have not heard my story, I'm a domestic violence survivor. That being said, the person who did bad things to me is still walking around now. And I had this bad dream. When I dream, things tend to be real. And I saw that person looking at me. I don't know what they were looking at me for in my dream, but I had to pray that away. Pray those memories away. Needless to say, it has put me on edge this week. True story. Bum, 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 bum. But your grace and mercy brought me through. I'm living this moment. Oh, don't do that. Because of you. And I want to thank you and praise you too. Your grace and mercy brought me through. Your grace and mercy brought me through. I was asking, do you know the rice to water ratio for jasmine rice? Nobody answered. You don't know? I know like regular rice and parboiled rice, but I don't know jasmine rice. Jasmine rice is a little, I want to say it's 3/4 cup to a cup. Because you kind of have to put less water. If you don't put less water, then you end up with rice that's kind of soggy. In this case, I'm putting beans in the rice, which means that you have to be extra careful with that too. For some reason, something about adding the beans, it makes it different. I'll figure it out. I'll look it up probably, or I'll just do my own thing. Mocha. Mocha. I thought I heard you. Hey, Pumpkin. Where did you sneak out here? You ready to go potty? Are you ready to go potty, Mama? I'm gonna take that as yes. You were the one that's making noise, but you weren't the one sounding like a telephone ringing, though. I knew I heard somebody moving around, and it wasn't me. Let's go. And it's dark outside. It's actually very dark. The moon went away. Let's turn the light on. Let's shine some light out here. Oh, the moon is out. It's just cloudy. It's behind the clouds. Let's go, Mocha. You should watch some videos on how to snorkel. You don't need to know how to swim, only how to breathe. Yeah, that's why I said I think I can do that if I have the gear on. Know how to breathe. Did the water flow into a stream from the hole? Did the water flow into a stream from the hole? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Did the water flow into a stream from the hole? No. It was literally just like a circular spot on this land. Oh, get off me, you little mothy poo. And that 12-foot wide spring that your church property used to own. I could just steer it back into I just started back into my strength training a little over a week ago. It feels good to be getting back into it after 7 years off. I guess I got you beat. I guess it all depends. I've been doing different types of things, but not some things. Last Bench Society, welcome. Long time no see. My whole life once worked out with one. Oh, you had to wait in your home gym. A half cup of rice to 1 cup chicken broth. You use chicken broth? Is that the jasmine rice recipe? I thought it was a 3/4 cup. I guess it depends on how you like your rice to come out. Some people like their rice to be like kind of crunchy. I'm not really the ones that want that rice that comes across crunchy like you like you really didn't cook it. You know, I don't want that type. I like it to be firm, but not like that crunchiness like you really didn't cook it. I don't want that. I started making my own savory chicken stock broth a couple years ago. That's what I use for rice in place of water with a huge difference of flavor. Highly nutritional. Okay, cool. Thank you for that information. I was wondering because I know when you're in the building, there's a lot of comments But once I touch the screen, that's when the problem comes, and I always forget that sometimes. Now that my hands are freer. Mocha, you ready to eat, Mama? Guess you'll let me know when you're ready, as usual. When she's up, she's usually ready to eat sometimes. Yeah, I see people doing that, like with whatever, like vegetables, stock or beef stock or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna be putting coconut milk in, and I don't really want to like put. It's gonna have the Jamaican Island vibe, and we don't put chicken stock. At least I don't. Not at my address. We put other things, but not that. But that's the direction the rice and peas will go in. If it don't taste like coconut milk, it's not Jamaican. I'm just kidding. Sometimes you don't have coconut milk. You gotta work with what you got. You gotta work with what you got. Today there will be coconut milk. Coconut. Coconut. As a matter of fact, it's waiting. I'm going to be using, not representing Walmart because they're not branding me. And not representing this brand, but here's the coconut milk. Yeah. So we are ready. But I'm going to do that later. I'm putting it in the rice cooker, which is easy peasy. Easy peasy. No, I'm not cooking dry beans. No, I'm not cooking dry beans. They're coming out of the can. Slow cook the chicken carcass. I like that. That's why I'm having a hard time eating the chicken carcass. Just the thought of that is like disturbing. Apple cider vinegar, celery, carrots, garlic, and onions, salt, pepper, and what else? Whatever else I decide to flavor. Slow cook in a crock pot for 36 hours. Whoa. 3 days? Whoa. Oh, not 36. Wait, that's an hour in. Wait, no, that's a day in. That's what? 24 hours. A day and a half. Yeah. 96 hours. Yeah. That's a lot of time. A day and a half. 36 hours. Yeah. 36 hours. I always got to remember Mocha's medicine. Sometimes I forget. I don't need to forget. I already backed up to giving it to her once a day. It's twice a day. She acts like she's doped up. So I've got to protect my own baby and wean her back from those drugs for her seizures. Yes. All right, and we're going to sit down. We have been standing for a season. That season is over now. And we're going to have tea. Maybe you're having coffee. I'm going to have tea. Peanut oil. Before I cook the rice, I infuse, oh really, minced garlic fried up in peanut oil, then coat the rice in high heat for 2 to 3 minutes, then add the broth. You sound like the lady from the Italian food cooking channel. Yep, coffee there. Mint, peppermint here. Peppermint tea. I wonder why YouTube hid that comment and adds a delicious flavor. I guess it could be perceived to be kind of funny. No, you sound like the recipe. Let me rephrase it. You sound like the recipe. Of course, I can't hear your voice, but I know what your voice sounds like because I've been on your channel. But let me rephrase that. You sound like this recipe that the Italian lady uses on that cooking show. She's always talking about what you're basically just saying, like in cooking. Oh, Mocha's looking at me, giving me that side eye. I guess that means you're ready to eat and asking me what am I thinking. I'm drinking tea. I will not bring out any food for you to beg for. If you're ready for your food, we got you. She's always looking up and wondering and sniffing up towards what I've got. You don't want tea. Yeah. That I think I don't know. I watch a lot of cooking shows and I know definitely like when you see like the Italian chefs, they do that with the rice. Like sear it in the pan or whatever it is, the pot or whatever, and then they proceed to add water to it. And then I guess is that chorizo? Cabbage ferment to make sauerkraut. Mocha, you ready to eat? What you doing? You going back to bed? Sometimes you're hard to read. I think you're confused yourself. No, but I know with chorizo you start that process too, because I've seen that on definitely on Italian shows. Hey Maggie, yeah, you know that how that goes. You definitely do that with that searing it in the pan, and then you proceed to add water, but not a lot of water. Then you make that creamy whatever thingy thingy. I've never done it, but I've seen it. All right, let's get some sugar. I'm not gonna drink that straight. Gotta put something in there. I've been using Splenda, which is stevia, because I'm trying to not use sugar. Maggie, you keep saying hi. Where are you from, Maggie? You gotta say where you're from at some point. Don't leave me wondering. Don't leave me wondering. Chorizo. But I've seen people do that with just rice in general too. I've seen people do that. Coffee and tea. No, Maggie is a mysterious person. I wonder why some people will find it hard to just say what country they're from. I'm not like, asking for your address. Yeah, I could see if I was like saying, like, what's your phone number? What's your address? No, that's not what I meant. Quit dragging it under duress. That's the result of me loving to eat delicious foods and not willing to have a Western woman. Excuse you. I tried to correct it, and now you want to drag it, as one of my moderators likes to say. You're dragging it too long. Well, I see you, Mocha. Are you ready to eat? You probably are, because you just keep looking at me. Let me get your food ready. You just keep looking at me. You just keep looking at me. She's probably most likely hungry because she didn't eat before she went to bed last night because it was storming. And then she was just balled up in the closet. Western woman. I love to know that any man can cook and does what he's supposed to do. I'm glad I'm Jamaican. You saying that about the American women, huh? You gotta be careful, be careful. And like I always tell people, make sure you put that some, put the some in there, some. Up, somebody's up. I'm ready for breakfast. There you go, Mama. The good ones are either taken or they refuse to marry an American man. Well, I heard one person say they don't want to marry a Jamaican man. But you know what I feel personally? And it goes back to what I just said. Some, some, and we all know that it's some, it's not everybody. You just got to find that right one for you, regardless of what the culture is. I mean, we all have our preferences, but regardless of what the culture is, there's good in every culture, and then there's bad. So let's say some. I know what you're saying, but I'm just making sure I verbalize it and record it. See, my voice is heard, your voice is just read. Yeah, because somebody said they don't want to marry a Jamaican man, but they want to marry an American man. And I'm like, well, I could be the different one. I'm like, well, I don't want to marry an American man. I don't want to think about and try to, you don't try to put everybody in the same box just because you have a bad experience with one person, you know? And then all of a sudden you say, oh, I don't want to marry a Mexican. I don't want to marry a Filipino. I don't want to marry this. I don't want to marry that. That just, you just threw away probably say 90% of the good people because you just made your decision based on one person or something. I don't know. I'm open. I just like to be loved. Just want to be loved. That's it. That's all you wanted to eat, Mocha? I thought you were hungry. She just nibbled a little bit, and lately she's been eating like very, very little. I don't know if it's because she's getting old or what. She'll nibble and nibble and nibble until eventually she's finally eating it all. But if I was going to work, she sometimes eat like about this time. So I keep her on her schedule. Ugh. I don't have any particular heritage or ethnic preference. Stereotypes don't make themselves, but every person is unique. I agree. I can agree with that one. There are some apps that I have not opened, and I need to venture to open them all because when I need them, then I got to go through so much to get them open because I got a new phone and the passwords are not in. Just like this one right here, for classic example. And I don't know my password. That means I got to go get all these passwords again and get these. I don't use these apps every day, but I do use them. Yep, all my passwords are not stored in this phone yet for this. Got to do that. That's what I just thought about. Anyway, yeah, we got to stop doing that as a people. As a people, we got to stop doing that. But there are going to always be people that are going to do differently. Those are the people that I just want to run away from. I don't want them in my circle. I don't want them. I don't want them near me. Those kind of people. I think I have. I don't know. I think I'm surrounded by people that are like-minded for the most part. But every now and then you find people that are not like-minded, and those are the people that I don't want to have company with. I don't. I don't. Yeah. Being around people who see people as people and stop reading everybody by the color of their skin. But don't get me wrong, we see color because we're able to see color unless we're colorblind, but we see color. But it's like see me as a human being, see my brother as a human being, regardless of whatever color their skin is. why you hear me say more love, more joy, more peace, and that's for everybody, all people. Cheers. Stevia actually doesn't taste bad like some of those other sweeteners. I like stevia. It doesn't have that taste like the pink or the blue. I forget what those are, but those definitely taste funny. The blue sugar substitute thing, and the red. I mean, the blue and the pink paper. I'm finally getting over these bumps. I got bitten up by something, whatever it was, and it was horrible. It's finally going away. I would only join myself to a woman that has been born again, having the Holy Ghost, and someone that esteems God's words above all things, recognizing God's words as the foundation of the faith. Of course, that's definitely a given for me. Not a woman, but a man, of course. And she would have to have a very high libido. You've put that out there. You put that out there. I've heard you say that before. You put that out there. There's nothing wrong with that. You want what you want. And that's where people go wrong when they decide to do opposite of what they know they want. Just say want or need. We are all from one Adam. Adam, I've been related to people that discriminate against others for things. Yeah. People can always discriminate. I mean, some things you just don't get away from. And then in my mind, in myself, I'm just like, I have to be the one that's just going to do something different. I'm going to be the one that's going to do something different. I got to smooth out my fro when I get ready to go. There are always going to be people. So check this out. I know in every race within the race, people discriminate within the race. So much less if you're different, right? And that's a part that's crazy to me sometimes, watching people within their own race discriminating and hating and fighting and feuding and whatever else you want to call it. Like where their ancestors are from geographically. The content of their character really is the main thing. I agree. Yep. See me. See me. All of me, not just my exterior. See my heart, see my soul. See my heart, see my soul. Yeah, I've had a few people, more than a few people approach me, but I'm like, no. Those are some things I know that I just don't want. And I'm like, I'm not trying to waste anybody's time. Like, no, you're not going to waste my time either. I've only made like several videos about what I want. It's in the description. So, like, don't overlook it. It's there. Don't overlook it. It's there. Ha ha ha. I hear that. Yeah. I think just traveling in general outside of your comfort zone and outside of your country makes a difference for a lot of people. Some people really need to. That's why I say that often, get a passport, go somewhere. Just go somewhere. Pick a place and just go. It begins to open up your eyes. You see different people, how they move, how they act, how they interact, etc. Start making you think beyond what you've been doing all your life. Yep. Get a passport if you don't have one. If you don't have a passport, go to countries that'll let you in without a passport. Yeah, it does, for sure. That's why the year is winding down and I haven't gone anywhere this year. But it doesn't mean I can't go. The clock is still ticking. Actually, I'm looking at 2 cruises right now. I may end up just going by myself. I ran it by a couple of people and they gave me reasons why they can't go. I'm like, okay. Where all have I been? Outside of the country or in the country? Outside of the country. I've been to Alaska in the airport, and yes, that does count. I've been to South Korea, lived and worked in South Korea, and I went to Japan for a day. I traveled around South Korea while I was there. Been to Jamaica. I looked at the Cayman Islands from the cruise ship because I did not want to get on the tendering boat, whatever you want to call it. I was not going to do that and get motion sickness. And I went to, where else did we go? Oh, I had been to Jamaica already, but I went back to Jamaica by cruise again. I was in Alaska. You can't tell me anything different. And I think that layover was about 10 hours, if I remember correctly. When I was on my way, I think I was coming back from South Korea at one point. And we were in that layover for a long time. Yeah, I used to be in South Korea. I guess you weren't in the live when I was talking about that before. I have a video where I showed one of my albums. I said I was going to record it again, but I haven't done that yet. I don't want to put any more pictures out there. I already got that one album out. Yeah, I used to live in South Korea. I lived there for over 2 years, 2 years and 4 months to be exact, 4 different contracts. I used to teach conversational English and Bible classes to from kids to adults. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This was back when I was younger and I was fresh out of university. Yep. I was just a couple of miles from the far west border of Asia and Turkey. Oh, cool. Yeah, the far west border of Asia. Yeah, the more I expand my knowledge, I'm realizing that all of these areas that are considered a part of Asia, which in my mind I had never put them in that group. Excuse me, I've been learning that. You're here again? You are, yellow dog? Did you show up before and not speak to me? 'Cause I like dogs and I would have remembered a yellow dog. Corny, I know, but I think I would have remembered your name. I don't recognize a profile picture either unless you change it every day or every week. I don't even know what that is. Or is that a yellow dog? Can't tell. But welcome back. My name is Vita, just in case you don't remember who I am either. My tea bag broke. Ew. That's always a bummer. I should have pulled it out of the water. Better days, better days. Oh, ho, 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 ho. The sun is almost coming up, Mocha. We're going to go walking. I might leave you here because you don't want to walk, Mocha. Then I don't have to keep trying to pick you up. It makes it extra hard. I think it's going to rain because it's quite cloudy out there right now. I know it is supposed to rain today. It looks like it's going to rain in the morning. Because it's quite cloudy. It's covering up the moon. Good morning to you. Good evening to you. Good day to you. That covers everybody, just in case you're in whatever time zone. If you're in Alaska, you are, 4 hours behind? So you're still in the wee hours of the morning. And if you're in other places, you're ahead of me. Right now it's 6:10 a.m. Turkey is rich with ancient history. Eastern Turkey is likely where the ark landed and men spread out from there. Yeah, this guy that's walking around the world, I was watching him last night when I was on live. Alexander Campbell, official, his channel. Yeah, he tells some history as he's walking through some places. He's recently went through Turkey. And I forget what he was saying in his last video. I was watching it when I was getting sleepy last night. The one where he was walking with his mom because his mom came to join him on the walk around the world. How does he cross over the water? Obviously, he takes a plane. Yeah, he gets on whatever mode of transportation to go over to the next part that he can't go by foot on. But actually, most of the places he can go by foot on, and then he gets visas to go through all these different places and these different checkpoints. I gotta look back at his map when he shows it again because he shows the track that he's making. I don't remember. He shows it though, but I just don't remember. He started in Australia though. So he's from Australia. Wow. It's been fun. Thank you for hanging out and talking to me under duress and all of the rest of the guys and gals. Delhi from South Africa, Alex Shaw from Ireland, Sadie from Alaska, my moderators from North Carolina, Mr. Billy Miller and JG. Thank you for coming in early this morning before you went to work. And who else am I forgetting? Let's do a scroll back. I like to tell the people thank you. The comment section is very long. Maggie kept popping in, just saying hi. Maggie is a mystery. Maggie won't say much of anything, but thank you for being here, Maggie. You are special too. Yep. I think I covered everybody. And even the trolls that were blocked. And someone told me that I smell like Cardi. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but thank you for your comment, VGTYEN, whatever that's supposed to mean. And the Bandor, interesting character that I feel like was definitely a troll. And the other troll named Mahilki. Thank you for coming in. I pray that God changes your ways too. Always come in with your interesting self. And page 9. I don't think I've ever seen you come into my channel, but thank you for coming in. Juan Hood, 1811. Thank you for coming into the channel. And Masisisi. I don't know how to say that, but thank you for coming in and supporting the channel today. And Hornet24, Alex Shaw again, 777. Alex Shaw 777. This is a cool young guy from Ireland. He plays the guitar. It seems like the people and children, especially from other cultures and other places other than the US, is like they're so mature. And Duck May, DUCMAI 85. Hello to you and thank you for coming into the channel. Quite a few people came into the channel today. Some like to listen and some like to talk, and of course, under duress. Thank you for coming in and pouring out your intellect. I appreciate it. I can't see any of those people in the chat. How come you can't see them? They were in there before you. I thought you could see the comments before you. Alexander Shaw, SHAW 777. He's got a cool channel. He said he's, what did he say? He's got a busking. I said, busking? Like, I'm like, you got to remember that I'm in the USA. When you say something, it doesn't mean that I understand. But he goes out and he plays like on the street. What do we call that in America? What do we call that? When people are outside basically playing in front of a business or playing with their little cup out saying, "Give me money." And I think that's what he's doing today. And one thing that I hate about international travel is that it's illegal to have any means of defense. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The thing about that is you have to figure out what you're going to do or what you're going to use once you get to that country that would not cause you to break any rules to protect yourself. And when you let you have a pocket knife, I can't see any of the. Thank you for pouring out your wisdom and seasoning. No, thank you for pouring out your wisdom and seasoning. Oh, it is called busking? I had never heard that word before in my life. Thank you. Busking. Let me look that up on my phone and see what it actually says. I didn't have a chance because I was trying to cook when he was talking. Not cooking, but prepping. Busking. What is the definition of busking? My phone is telling me that it's raining. No, I know it feels like it's about to rain. It's a good thing I went outside when I did. I just got that alert and it says raining. I don't hear rain. Busking is the act of performing live entertainment in public places, such as playing music, singing, or juggling, to receive voluntary donations or tips from passerby. Okay. Busking. No, it's spelled the way you spelled it. He spelled it the same way too. BIS. Okay, I need to start busking. Busking for Jesus. Yeah, I don't want donations. I thought about that one time to do some YouTube content, but I'm too shy. I'm too introvert. It'll be more anguish than relaxing or comforting. Talking to random strangers. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. And if it's raining, that means I gotta walk around in the house. Choose a path and walk around. The way how my mom's house is laid out, I can walk around in a circle. It's not a huge circle, but it's enough to get me moving and get me exercising. I know I was doing it one day and my dog was following me. I don't know what she thought I was doing at first, and then when she realized I kept doing it and going in around in a circle, she finally was like, "Enough of this madness," and then she stopped. That was funny. I think she thought I was like going somewhere for real. That was funny. Funny to me anyway. It was funny. Have you ever flipped through the vertical live stream on YouTube? Yeah. Whenever I do, I find myself blocking many channels. Why you ask that question? I've done that. Yeah. Sometimes when I'm not here. Kaylin Flower, you're retracting messages. Hello to you. What do you have to say to people who smoke? What do you mean? I don't have anything to say. All I do have to say is that everybody's welcome here. And I wish you more love, more joy, and more peace. And I feel like people will make choices for themselves along the way. You came back, my heel chi. I think the people that smoke know that smoking is bad. Why they do it because they want to. Just like I eat cookies because I want to. And when I decide to not eat cookies, I don't eat cookies. But yeah, I know my godmother, she's one person for sure. She always told me, she said, don't ever do this. She said, this is like a very nasty habit. My godmother always told me that. Why'd you ask me that, Kaylin Flower? But yeah, that's what I do. First, I have to tell them that they're welcome here, first of all. But most people don't come in and talk about their vices. But yeah, and I wish them more love, more joy, and more peace. And I'm going to leave it at that. That's a very interesting question. I'm your auntie. Please wear a hair cap. That's funny. It's vexing to see what YouTube pushed into the mainstream. Well, once again, like I just said to Kaylin Flower, people do whatever they want to do. I guess until someone reports something that's terribly bad, and I guess they have to report it enough before YouTube decides to figure out what's going on. There's a lot of interesting stuff for real though. And I'm serious. I always put like do not recommend. I go to those three dots real quick, like, oh, do not recommend this channel. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that again. I don't want to see that again. Sometimes I go in there just to do that, so it cleans out what I don't want to see. Oh boy, they're designed to be smoked. Why do you want me to put a cap on my head? I don't want to put a cap on my head. And they got command for it to be in your lungs, though. Why do you come in here and say that over again? I've been trying my best not to block you, Mahi, Chi, or Ki. Why do you come in and say that all the time? Why? Yeah, I noticed that too. But I hit the do not recommend again. If you two keep sending them back, I say do not recommend again. But anyway, I'm trying not to block you. There's something about you that I don't want to block, my heel chi. But I don't know why you have to keep coming in and saying that. Why? Why? Yeah, some of them. Some of them I feel like they need to be helped by somebody else because I don't want to say the wrong thing to some of them. Some of them really cross the lines that I don't want crossed, and yeah, they've got to get out of here. But some trolls get to hang around, like my heel chi, ki, chi, ki. I don't know which way it goes. But anyway, as for me and my lungs, I won't smoke into them. I won't inhale smoke into my lungs. Now, I do like burning incense, but I burn incense very sparingly and at a distance from me where I'm not just absorbing all that into my nose. But yeah, they just have you rolling your eyes. I want to go walking. Let me see if it's actually raining outside. It's your breath in my lungs, so we pour out our praise. Pour out our praise. It's your breath in my lungs. Oh, great are you, Lord. All the earth will shout your praise. And I don't think it's ever been documented that Jesus was smoking. Not that I'm thinking about that, but I'm going to leave that alone. I don't think so. But I will make you fishers of men. It's not raining, Mocha. We can walk. But rain is coming, though. Anyways, wonderful people. Thank you for chit-chatting with me and having tea with me this morning until we meet again. I'm singing today, most likely, but I doubt I go live for that. But I will record myself as usual. I gotta go slow. Yeah. All right, under the rest. You've been here. Thank you for being here. I still stand by what I said. I don't recall Jesus smoking. Now, if Jesus had been smoking, I'm probably would say, oh yeah, then he left an example for me to smoke up my lungs, but I don't recall that. And with that note, we're gonna get out of here. Much love to you. More joy and more peace. Bye.